Hello everyone, this is the Module 8 application assignment and my name is Katie Stanek. Okay, good evening everyone. I want to thank our generous hosts for having us over this evening after our riveting conversation we had a few weeks back regarding our future impending t-shirt business. I appreciate you, my friends, for asking me to come speak and formally present a few of the managerial and leadership fundamentals that I believe we will all need to be successful. So to kind of first go through, I think it is important to recap in case any of us forgot what we previously had talked about. So we want to start a business together selling t-shirts with graphics as well as inspirational messages. A few things we already know. We know we can hire people with the appropriate skills to design and create the t-shirts. Additionally, we know we can hire a good individual to lead the marketing function. We also know that our dear friend, the CPA, can help with the financials and execution of the business plan. But you struggle with the appropriate management skills and you also struggle to find the fundamental managerial and leadership skills to succeed in the startup business. Well, look no further. I've put together a brief presentation with 3 important messages regarding leadership attributes, leadership behavior, and given that this is a team effort, group-centered leadership. Please feel free to stop me at any time as we dive into the details a little more. All right, beginning with a few fundamentals, there are 3 important and vital attributes to leadership success, which include ethics, values, and character. In one of my previous MBA classes, they discussed this distinction between leader and manager, as leaders do the right things where managers do things right. Running a business, especially a startup, you're going to run into dilemmas, potentially ethical dilemmas, where you need to face the question of what is morally right. I know, sounds simple on paper, but when you're faced with the actual dilemma, it might not be so black and white. Leaders embody a strong set of ethics. Ethics are principles of right conduct or a system of moral values when making these tough decisions to tread through these grayer areas. In order for the leader of your business to be successful, that individual must have an adequate set of values to distinguish what is right and have moral reasoning. Values are constructs representing generalized behaviors or state of affairs that are considered by the individual to be important. Values are learned through the socialization process, and I truly believe you all have a good baseline of values. I would just caution each of you that your individual values may be considerably different, and that's okay. Building upon ethics and a set of values, how a leader thinks and acts concerning matters of right and wrong shows that individual's character. Authentic leaders are some of the best leaders, and I encourage you to be and act like one. Authentic leaders exhibit a consistency between their values, their beliefs, and their actions. There must be this higher degree of trust between the leader and the follower, and that is built through the ethics, value, and character of the leader. To assess various leadership attributes, I think it is important to look at personality, and more specifically at the 5-factor ocean model of personality in the 5 major dimensions. As you can see, I've attached the picture on the slide because I think these are very important traits. Looking at the first trait, openness to experience, an individual is imaginative, more broad-minded, curious, as well as more strategic. Looking at the second one, conscientiousness, an individual is more planful, organized, earnest, and they take commitment seriously. The third trait, extroversion, the individual is influential to others, they're outgoing, decisive, competitive, as well as outspoken. The fourth one, agreeableness, the individual is charming, diplomatic, warm, empathetic, approachable, as well as optimistic. And the last one, neuroticism, the individual is thick-skinned, they hide their emotions, and they know how to react to stress. Looking at the last one in emotions a little bit further, I wanted to touch on the idea that a leader should also have emotional intelligence. This is essentially the relationship between a leader's emotions and their effects on the teams and the outcomes. Breaking it down a little further, the individual should essentially have the ability to accurately perceive one's own emotions and others' emotions, have the ability to generate emotions to facilitate thought and action, the ability to accurately understand the causes and emotions and the meanings that they convey, and then lastly, the ability to regulate one's own emotions. The good news is that most researchers believe that emotional intelligence can be developed if you do not have it. I can provide additional training material on this if you would like. Switching gears a little bit and looking at leadership behavior, I pulled up the leadership pipeline because I think it's a useful model for explaining where leaders need to spend their time, what they should be focusing on, what they should be letting go, and the types of behaviors they need to exhibit. As I mentioned, I've attached a table for reference on the slide, and I provided each of you with a copy of the presentation, so I won't read the table line by line. But I do think the pipeline is an extremely useful tool because it describes the lessons people should learn as they occupy a particular level, as well as the challenges that could be faced as one transitions to the next level. I know the particular industry you are entering into might not require this level of competency model, but I still think it provides a ton of useful information, and if nothing more, serves as a great reference tool throughout your journey moving ahead. Okay, so the last piece I kind of wanted to touch on is regarding this idea of group leadership. Obviously, it is important that each of you understand things about yourselves and yourselves as leaders. We have touched on skills, abilities, values, motives, and desires, and how each of these are important to you as a leader. I think it is important that you as a group go through the development stages of a group as well. You should go through the forming, storming, norming, and then performing. By going through these stages, it will help you with group cohesiveness and ultimately productivity. It will also help your group better understand group roles, more specifically the expected behaviors associated with a particular position within your t-shirt company. So with that being said, I think you guys are definitely ready to succeed, and I just wanted to leave you with one last piece. Who says it better than Michael Scott? I will quickly play this video for you. So how about that video? I think Michael Scott does say it best. Now I'll obviously take any questions you guys might have, any clarifications you need. I really appreciate you allowing me to take this time to share various fundamentals that I've learned over the years on leadership and managerial experience, and I look forward to you guys succeeding in your t-shirt business. Thank you.